First 2 days we got after it pretty well, and we're going into today actually, and it's fan day. We're gonna have a great atmosphere, and we're ready to show the fans what we got.
How excited are you about this receiving corps?
Very. I think that they're actually progressing, and I think we have a lot of older guys, but there's some younger guys that are stepping up, and I'm happy with the progression with them. And there's a lot of new installs, and we're starting to grasp it pretty well.
How well have you gotten to know the two walk-on quarterbacks?
Michael Bittner and Stevie, pretty well. They're good guys. They're always in there working hard, and we needed a couple bodies. We had 3 in the springtime, and just having them out there definitely helps our arms and helps the reps that we get.
Jordan Rogers said one of the things that impresses him the most about you is your willingness to learn from other quarterbacks, ask them questions about what they do. At what point in your career did you start doing that, and who do you think has given you advice you've really incorporated into your own routine?
Probably this year, honestly. When I came into this offseason, I started looking at quarterbacks that had some different success. Like I looked at so-and-so for if they were good at RPO, so-and-so if they had better deep ball accuracy, so-and-so a quick game, So I was looking at different NFL quarterbacks, different college quarterbacks that had success, and I think that was part of the maturation process, just saying that there's some things that I want to get better at, and how do I do so? How do I become more cerebral? So that's really about it.
Any specific ones you studied?
No, I mean, I looked at Deshaun Watson, I looked at Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, I looked at Tua, I looked at Fromm, I looked at Trevor a little bit, and I mean, I studied a lot of guys. There's all different guys, and they're all different people, all different types of players. So pick something up for them.
What are the things from the Manning Passing Academy that you can take that will help you?
Everything. I think just being around those guys whenever we have our meetings all together, you're always asking questions to them, and they're answering. They're talking about off-season training. They're talking about leadership and just going through the season, even if it's talking about eating right, watching film, all those type of things. So just being there, being around those great quarterbacks, and then we get the chance to compete against each other, it helped me out a lot, just seeing where I was at.
What's going to be the biggest difference in you this fall versus maybe what we've seen in the past?
I think a lot. I think I'm a lot better football player than last year. I think having Coach Chaney around is definitely going to help the offense out a lot, and he's going to find our best fit, and I'm really excited for it.
How would you grade your season last year?
I wouldn't put a letter on it. I thought I had some really good moments, and then there's some moments that I look back and I say I wish I protected myself. I wish I did some things better. So I wouldn't put a grade on it, but there's definitely things that I wish I could get back, and I definitely learned from those.
You talked about this a little bit at SEC Media Days, but just when you bounce to the practice field the last couple of days, and Jim's your offensive coordinator, is there a different, swagger or confidence level than maybe in years past?
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody has immense trust and immense respect for him, and going back to that, whenever we signed him, everybody was very excited because they knew his track record and they knew the type of things that he's done in the past. So the past 2 days, I mean, everybody's hooping and hollering, everybody's very excited, and just having that guy around, he exerts confidence in himself and us. So I think our offense is much more confident, and we know our jobs better.
What are some of the things that you've picked up mentally from just being around him over the last 6-7 months?
A lot. I mean, we've changed the whole offense, and it's really quarterback driven, and a lot of protection stuff, a lot of defense looks. There's a lot of things. So I'm very happy that he's the coach, and just going back to that, he's really helped my game out a lot.
Alontae, just take me through, from this point last year where you were just kind of getting your feet wet at corner to now, confidence level, what's different about you?
Just like you said, my confidence level is big. Coach DA and Coach Pruitt, and all the guys that built my confidence and stayed on me.
Is there anything specific, though, about, technique, little things you've learned that you can look back and go, I struggled there a year ago, but now I've really got that now passed?
I feel like I struggled on a lot of things last year, so I couldn't really pinpoint one exact thing. So, I just worked on everything, especially my craft, technique, maturity, my really just knowing what to do on the field.
I know some people with a veteran presence beside them. Having another guy that's your age, like Bryce, is that good from a competition standpoint? Because you look up, he makes a play that makes you want to make a play.
Oh, most definitely. We have a lot of competition in our DB room, especially with the new guys coming in. So there's a lot of competitions.
What have you seen out of Warren Darrell that you like about him?
I've seen a lot from Warren. I've also seen a lot from the other guys that came in as well. Our room is very competitive. Right now we really just focus on being consistent every day, day in and day out.
How's it been working for Coach Ansley so far?
Coach Ansley's great. Coach Shear was a great guy. Coach Fair was a great guy as well. So, there's not really a lot different in it. We just try to compete every day.
When did you start to feel more like a cornerback than a wide receiver?
I'd probably say maybe halfway between the season. Getting my feet wet for sure.
How do you think your experience on the offensive side of the ball can help you in your current role?
A lot, coming from being a quarterback to knowing different routes from a receiver, and then seeing receivers run their routes and kind of have an idea by their releases on what type of routes that they could run.
You got in the end zone last year down at Auburn. Been on the defensive side of the ball. Is that something you're kind of eager to get back? Try to find as much as you can.
Yeah, most definitely. Just trying to make more plays this year. I feel like I didn't make a lot of plays last year, but I feel like the competition that we have and Bryce Thompson and Coach Ansley pushing me to be better.
What specifically is he big on versus Coach Fair? I mean, is there much difference?
No, just consistency. We're both coaches big on consistency and just bringing a competitive edge every day.
What do you admire about Bryce's game?
Everything. I learn a lot from Bryce. Bryce learns a lot from me. So, we pick each other's head and figure out what we can do better on.
What do you think were some of the things you learned throughout last season?
I don't really know, just growing up, just maturing and play recognition.
What's that growing up process look like? Can you kind of explain what that?
You just have to really be thrown out there and just take it day by day and make mistakes and just grow, learn from your mistakes.
A year ago, you were the new guy, or a little bit before that, you were the recruit. When recruits come on campus now, are you kind of quick to kind of be the mentor now versus?
I just play my role. If they come to me and ask questions, I'll answer them. But if not, I don't try to enforce my opinion on anyone.
What do you think about this? But everybody's coming in. They're talking about Wanye. They're talking about Darrell. Mm-hmm. You're that old head. You kind of have a little chip on your shoulder trying to fend those guys off because everybody's just penciling those guys in?
I mean, I love them both because, I know I've been in the SEC, so I know people go down all the time. So I'm just bringing them along, teaching them just like they're my little brothers and just continue just working as a unit.
You were that guy a few years ago that got pushed into action right before you were ready.
Right.
Is that something that you talk to those guys about?
Right.
Staying ready?
Because I remember Jay Sean told me anything can happen, so I just tell them every day, it's the SEC, it's a physical game. No matter what happens, you just have to stay ready.
You put on all this weight.
Mm-hmm.
You were 235 when you got here?
Yeah, no, I was like 240, maybe.
Okay. Sorry to slight you.
Yeah.
So, is it weird to look in the mirror sometimes and see yourself compared to that kid you were 4 years ago?
Yeah, it's very weird, but I'm glad I got to trust the staff and put it on the right way, so I didn't really change much. I still feel just as fast. I feel a lot stronger, but I don't feel fat and flubbery.
What's Fitz meant to you? Because that you put on some weight, but he's really the one that's kind of got you over the hump.
He got me past that point where it's make or break and you have to start pushing and pushing. It's just consistency, just working with me after practice, before practice, extra lifts in, meal plans, just really just on me all the time about it.
What's the weirdest thing you have to do? Is there a point where you have to wake up, drink milkshakes at 2 a.m.? How did how regimented was this thing?
In that 270 range, I had to start waking up and start eating random PB&Js and things like that, just have a consistent calorie amount. But after I got to the 309 range, then it was just normal, just putting on muscle mass.
Where's your game gotten better? Specifically talking, is it feet? Is it, is it just upper body strength? Where have you gotten better in the last 2 years?
In my lower body. So now I'm getting much better in my pass pro. That's one of the things I've needed to focus on and just stay consistent with my stance and all that. Just get the feet and weight distribution right. So I've really focused on that a lot.
What's been the biggest difference you've noticed as far as where this group is now that you went through the spring with Jim Chaney and now that you're in fall practice with having him as your offensive coordinator?
It's really it's been the same. Just the staff's really consistent, and that's what I love about them. They're going to be the same every day. And it's really just nothing's changing. It's just more 1-2 now because now it's getting closer to the season.
How excited are you now that pitchers say here you're going to be in the Inland Stadium practicing in front of the fans for the first time? How excited are you just to get out in front of the fans once again?
It's always great to get in front of the fans because it just brings energy, a natural energy that you can't replicate anywhere else. So to get back in front of them, just do what we all love, it's just a great time.
Josh, just take me through from last year to this year. Where have you gotten better?
I got bigger, stronger. I know more about the game of football. Coach T has done a great job in teaching me more about the game, more about the position, more about the offense.
So you look up on Twitter and you see the people doing side-by-sides of you a year ago versus you this year. Is that is it weird to see how much your body's changed in 1 year's time?
I haven't seen that on Twitter, but yeah, I can see it in the mirror how much bigger I've gotten.
How's that changed your game? Is there anything? I know it's easy to say more explosive, but specifically, is there one area where you've gotten better because you've gotten bigger and faster and stronger?
Physicality, toughness. Coach Pruitt emphasizes toughness a lot. So, mean, being bigger does help with all that.
You've got guys around you, Callaway, you got Jawan, but do you kind of feel like you've grown confidence-wise as far as feeling like hey, I can take over a game and at certain points?
Yeah, I mean, Jawan and Marquez have done a great job in preparing me. I mean, the receiving core, we push each other a lot throughout practice and throughout the season. Coach T really pushes us, Coach Pruitt, and so we've all come together and we feel like we're all comfortable in making plays in the game.
How do you feel like JG's changed? I mean, he talks about the difference with Coach Chaney. Can you see a difference in him, just the way he carries himself, the way he plays, the way he thinks?
Yeah, I've seen a lot. He's really confident, and it pours out on all the other players. The quarterback's done a great job coming together, and we all feed off of JG's energy.
What do you like about this year's team? Is there one thing in particular that you just look and go, man, I feel like we're going to be really good in this area?
We all come together. We all came together throughout the end of last season, this whole spring, this whole summer, and now we're just focusing on fall, coming together as one.
Specifically about this wide receiver unit, if there's one thing you guys are lacking, what is it? Is there one thing?
I mean, I don't know. I mean.
We'll take that as a no. So, what are the greatest strengths of this wide receiving core?
He's one of the greatest strengths of the wide receiver.
We're real confident. We've gotten a lot stronger, a lot bigger. We push each other a lot, so I feel the competition fuels us to go out and perform every day.
I don't have anything to prove. I'm just looking to be my best each and every week.
With this being your last fall camp, have there been a lot of emotions going through your first practice, things like that?
Yeah, a lot of emotions. Just trying to tell the young guys that it don't last. College football don't last forever, so just make sure you make the most of it while you're here.
What's the best part of fall camp? What's the worst?
The best part of fall camp is probably the first day, just getting out there to get back in a helmet and just seeing everybody flying around, having fun, making plays. And probably the hardest part when you by day 10, but you got to suck it up and play football. That's what you do. That's what you love.
I'm sure you've been asked, but what have you seen out of the young guys, Henry and Crouch, and what have you seen from those guys in practice so far and through workouts during the summer?
I think the young guys are doing great things. They're making sure they knowing what they're doing in our defense and knowing what their role is on the defense. And I think all the young guys have done a great job at that.
Darrell, you heard about this, but Coach Rump had made a comment about you, and somebody said, well, how does Darrell become more consistent? He said, hey, this is his money year. Do you see this as your money year?
Yeah, I definitely do. I definitely see this to me as a year being more consistent and making more plays than I ever have in my life.
How do you become more consistent?
Just studying my film and doing what I'm supposed to do on and off the field and making sure that I'm in my playbook and picking the coach's mind for anything that I need to know.
Darrell, you were known as such a big-time athlete coming out of high school, played offense. Is score a touchdown something that you've not done that you really want to try to get done this year?
Oh, yeah, that's something I definitely want to do. I want Coach Chaney to put me on the goal line one time, just throw me a little fade ball.
I see your wristband down there. Could you just talk about that for us real quick?
Oh, yeah, this is something, I can't remember the lady's name, but she came to talk to us about changing the narrative of how men treat women, so it's definitely something that I want to exercise, so I wear the bracelets every day.
And how would you compare your guys' mindset, at this point, now, compared to, like, say, last year when there was, a lot of new stuff coming in?
I think we're a lot different now just because we have a lot of older guys that know what they're doing and they know how to execute it effectively and at a high level. And I think the young guys are trying their best and working very hard to reach that same level.
You got any personal goals for this year?
I think just to be more consistent and to play as fast and physical as possible.
You had 8 sacks last year. Is the goal to exceed that?
Yeah, the goal is definitely to exceed that.
A little out of left field, but over 6 years ago, the last NCAA football game came out. Do you ever miss that series?
Yeah, I would love to play some NCAA football. It's very fun.
Is it a game that you still play?
No, I don't have a system myself, honestly, but I would definitely play that game, though.
Growing up, did you play as yourself?
Oh, yeah, I did. I'll create my own self.
What position?
I played quarterback.
Not wide receiver?
No, I played quarterback. Everybody want to be the quarterback.
The game is out right now. What would you rate yourself?
I honestly don't know. I probably wouldn't rate myself. I'd just let them play, honestly.
When you all had your end of season discussions with the coaching staff, what did they tell you? What did they want to see from you this year? Where did they thought you needed to improve?
Just being more consistent and making sure I open up my toolbox for pass rushes to be more effective in the pass rush game.
Just additional moves, that type of thing, or
Yeah.